Hello and welcome to Roanoke Hobby and Electronics. In this video we're going to take a look at a new product that was just recently funded on Kickstarter. It's an Arduino compatible board called Ner0. There's a lot of Arduino compatible boards out there, and I'm going to stick with the convention here of calling boards that have their own branding and are based on the Arduino Uno, and we're going to call those Arduino compatible. And then you've got some boards out there that are exact copies. They've stuck the Arduino name on the board. We're going to call those clones, and those aren't exactly what I would recommend, because they're ripping off the Arduino name, and I've even seen some that call themselves genuine Arduinos, but once you take a little closer look, you can tell the difference. But this board here, it's got some features that are different, and I think they're improvements, and we'll talk a little bit about why this might be a better choice, depending on what kind of project you want to use it for. So just like all the other Arduino Unos, it's using the Atmega 328, clocked at 16 megahertz. The Ner0 is going to have the OptiBoot bootloader. The other statistics are almost exactly the same. Input voltage range anywhere from 7 to 20 volts, 9 volts or 12 volts is recommended. And of course you can power it through the USB port. This will be a little bit different from the genuine Arduinos. The USB to serial is going to be, of course, using an FTDI chip, which is the company that's putting this board out. It's going to have the standard 14 digital input outputs, with 6 of them being pulse width modulation, and 6 analog inputs. We'll jump over here on the Kickstarter site. We'll click in there, and a little bit closer picture there. And they were successfully funded on January 8th, so this is brand new product, and they were nice enough to provide me with a prototype board so that we can take a look at it and try it out a little bit early. But after the Kickstarter awards have been distributed to all the backers, this board will be available on the retail market, with the suggested retail price at $19.75. So it'll be a under $20 board when it's out there on the retail market. And here's the prototype board that we have to look at here today. And the first thing is you're going to notice it's going to be the micro USB instead of the standard port that the genuine Arduino use. And we've also got a power switch here, which to me that's a big plus. And trying it out, what I've noticed that the power switch switches the board on and off either with the USB port powering the board, or using the the barrel plug here. So to me, that's a big plus. They've designed it with the LED lights here on the edge of the board, and the power on light on the other edge, which when you're using the board with a shield makes it easier to actually see the LED lights. So that's another plus. And of course we've got the FTDI USB to serial chip. The other thing, which is not immediately obvious, is going to be the voltage regulator. Instead of the standard LDO voltage regulator, which stands for low dropout regulator, which can easily overheat if what you are driving from the board is drawing too much power. This particular board is going to be designed with a 5-volt switching regulator that is much more efficient and does not generate all the excessive heat. So even if you're using 12 volts on the board, you're not going to get an excess buildup of heat, which to me is going to be a big, another big plus, especially if you're using it for a project that is going to draw some more power. So for our demo, we're just going to do a simple sketch. You're probably going to recognize this. We're just going to turn on a couple of LEDs. Pin number 12, the LED that is on the board is pin number 13. I'm going to call that the on light. And I've created a little array here where we're going to have the times to blink the LEDs on and off. Set both the pin modes for output, and then we're going to turn the light on the board on. Then we're going to blink the other LED on pin 12 and turn the light on the board off. So it's going to be just a simple little sketch here, just to try it out. So we're going to get plugged in here with the USB cable, and the board is off. So we're going to flip our switch there, and as you can see, we have the little power light on up there at the top. And we're going to compile and upload. And as you can see, pin number 13 there is blinking. So we know we got our sketch uploaded there correctly. So we're going to plug the other LED into pin 12. And we're going to get connected to ground. And then we're going to switch our power back on. And so now you can see the power light, or the pin 13 comes on. We're blinking pin 12, and the pin 13 LED turns off. So it really kind of shows how handy it is to have this switch, because so now I can power it off, make changes, power it back on without having to plug and unplug the USB. But for demonstration purposes here, we're going to go ahead and plug in another power supply. And then we're going to power it on, and our sketch then comes right up and works like expected. So that's it. Just a very early first look at the Ner0, and glad that you stopped by and watched the video today. We're going to have some more videos coming out this week. We're going to get back into looking at the Pi Zero, and we're going to do a review of a couple of other Arduino compatible boards that we're going to get up on the channel here in the next couple of weeks. So thanks again. Be sure and stop by roanokhobby.info to check out the blog, and be sure and subscribe to the channel if you want to be notified when new videos are available. So thanks again, and Happy New Year.